Hi everyone, it's me Amy, and today's video is my first ever tutorial, and I thought this would be a really easy, simple one to start off with since it is my first tutorial, and it's how to make this cat ear beanie hat thing. This has been really popular on TikTok. I do not know who the original creator is, but if you guys know, please let me know in the comments. And yeah, somebody commented that they wanted me to teach them how to make this since I have it in some of my thumbnails, so I decided why not. And yeah, I'll tell you the materials. You're going to need some acrylic yarn and a 5.5 millimeter hook, a darning needle, and scissors. But I'll say that again in the tutorial. But I hope you guys really enjoy this video, and make sure you like and subscribe to see more videos like this. Bye! Rolling the clips now. For this project, you'll need some yarn. I'm using acrylic yarn. It's just the Craft Smart Michaels brand. It's tweed, so it has little pieces of fiber in it, but I really love Michaels brand. It's super inexpensive, so if you're new at crocheting, I recommend this brand. And yeah, you'll need less than a whole skein. This has like 265 yards, I think, so less than that. And then you'll need a 5.5 millimeter hook. You'll need some scissors or something to snip with. I use these because I love them. And you'll need a darning needle. But if you do not have a darning needle, don't worry. You can always use your crochet hook. So yeah, let's just get started on the project. To start this project off, you're going to take your strand of yarn and make a slip knot, and basically you just wrap the yarn over your fingers and you take the second one over and you pull it all the way through, and then you're going to insert your hook in the little loop, and then you're going to tighten it just to secure it, and we're going to start chaining. Now we're going to start chaining, and how you chain is you take your working yarn and you pull it around your hook. I was struggling a bit, but yeah, and you pull it through. So yarn over and you pull through the loop. Now if you're having trouble doing this, whenever I first started like years ago, whenever I was like in elementary school, I didn't know how to crochet. I learned it on my own. I found yarn and I did it. So I basically just yarned over and then pulled the second loop on the bottom with my fingers. And if you need to do that, go ahead and do it. And you're just going to chain 56 times. So I'll be back whenever mine's all worked up. Now we're going to learn how to do the bulk of the project. And if the chain looks really long, it's because we're going to split it in half at the end. You guys will understand later on. But we're going to learn how to double crochet. So if you don't know how to double crochet, I'm going to teach you, don't worry. So you're going to go into the third stitch and yarn over and insert your hook into the loop or the chain, yarn over again, pull through the first loop, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through the last two. So we're going to repeat that again in the next loop. Don't get confused with that one. That is not the next stitch. Beginners will get it confused. But yarn over, pull through, yarn over, you get the stitch, If you just watch it, you will start to understand. And you're basically going to do this all the way down to the end of the chain. So I'll be back when we're at the end. So I'm at the end and I have one more or two more, I think. I can't really see right now. Yeah, two more. I'm just going to do my double crochets, and I'm going to weave in my ends with my non-working yarn. You just want to make sure if you do this that you don't get your working yarn and your non-working yarn confused. So yeah, I'm just going to chain two now, because at the end of each row you want to chain two, and you're going to flip your work. You always want to remember to flip your work. If you don't, it'll mess up your project and you'll have to restart. You don't want to do that. So we're going to go into the first stitch, which is right there, and you're going to yarn over, and we're going to go in the back loops only, which is right there. And you just do your normal double crochet, and you do it again all the way down the row. And yeah, so just remember to do the back loop all the way down the row, because if you don't, you won't get the ribbing effect that we want for this hat. It's pretty easy to remember once you do like a couple stitches, but if you forget, you can always rewind. And I'm just going to do this all the way down the row, weaving in my yarn just so I don't have to do it at the end. But yeah, you just want to do this all the way down. So as you can see, I'm at the end of the row, and I'm just going to do my normal double crochet back loop only stitch. And once I'm done with that, I'm going to chain two, and I'm going to turn my work. You want to remember to always turn your work when you're doing ribbing, or else it will just be messed up, and we're going to go into that first stitch, which looks like the third, but it's the first, and we're going to do our back loop only double crochet again. So back loop only, double crochet, and we're going to do this all the way to the end of the row, and whenever I get a couple rows in, I'll show you guys what it looks like. So I forgot to film, but basically this is what it looks like whenever I have all my rows. I did 15 rows of double crochet, and right now I'm just going to show you how to end it off. So what we're going to do is fold our fabric that we just completed in half, and we're going to sew the two sides together. I just zoomed it in so you guys could see it. Sorry if the camera's a little shaky, but basically we're going to do chain one, and then we're going to do slip stitches all the way across. So what you do is you put your hook through both pieces of the fabric and you yarn over and pull through all of the stitches. And you just want to do this all the way down the row until you get to the corner. And yeah, that's basically it. And you're going to do this on the other side as well, but I'm going to show you how to attach the yarn. Now to end this, what we're going to do is we're going to chain one, and then we're going to just cut our yarn, and I'm going to make a decent tail just so I can sew in the ends pretty good. I kind of struggled, but it's okay. It happens. And you're just going to pull all the way through and tighten it. And now we're going to sew it in. So if you don't have a darning needle, this is where your crochet hook does the magic. So you just put it through stitches, and sometimes it's hard to get through. So if you're struggling, it's good. So you just grab the yarn over it, the hook, sorry, and you pull through all of them. And after that, you're just going to snip it off. Once you snip it off, you're going to go to the other side and attach your yarn, and you're going to put your hook through both pieces of your now fabric that you've made, and you're going to take your yarn and pull it through, and then you're going to just tie a knot to secure the yarn. I would double knot it. That's just my personal preference. I recommend doing that. And you're going to stick your hook back in, and you're going to do a slip stitch basically, but this isn't technically the first one because you just got to get your yarn through it at first. I was struggling mega in this clip. Oh my goodness. Very hard. And you're just going to do slip stitches all the way down the row, and you're just going to clip the yarn and sew in your ends like I showed you in the clip before. Once you're done weaving in your ends and all that jazz, this is what it should look like. Now we got to flip this inside right, because right now we have the seams poking out, and you want to poke these corners really well because those are our so-called cat ears, and if you want them more prominent, you can sew in the corners to make them a little bit more pointier, but I personally like it like this. So yeah, I'll show you a better look at it on my head at the end of this video on my outro, but yeah, I like folding mine up sometimes, and that's basically it. So this is what I meant. This is what it looks like, the hat when you're completed, when it's done. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I fold mine over, but you could literally just do it like that. That's cute too. I just personally like it folded over with a little brim. But if you guys want more tutorials, I'll I cannot talk. I can definitely do it. I definitely want to make my classic beanie a video on it. If you want a video on this, I'm gonna do it even if you guys don't want it. But I have many more videos I want to do in the future, like a balaclava video on how to make it and stuff. So yeah, I just hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah!